that's all about. So I had a lot of people messaging me. So I did a live when I was on vacation a couple weeks ago, right from like the beach. And I did this live on lemon essential oil and why I put it in my water. And after I did that live on Instagram, I had people messaging me saying, can I watch a replay of that somewhere? Or on the ocean or ocean side, when I went to listen to the audio, it was just extremely poor quality. So I just thought, I'm just going to quickly do this again. Deep understanding of the physical body, and I also have a very deep understanding of the medical industry and the pharmaceutical industry. And the day and age that we live in now, I think we are so lucky to have access to great medication, great healthcare, and I think drugs definitely have their place. However, I've personally experienced things in my own life with close family members that have just launched me into this desire to not want to have to rely on the pharmaceutical industry or the medical industry. I want to be proactive. Hi, Bubble. I want to be proactive with my health. I want to be proactive with my family's health. I don't want anybody that I care about to ever have to experience some of the things that I've experienced with, the things that I've seen with my mom and my dad and other close family members and their health. So that's why I do these things, these extra things. You see me sharing about essential oils, and you see me sharing about the supplements that I take if you follow me on Instagram, and my healthy lifestyle and the way that we are raising our children. It is all driven by my desire to be preventative with my kids and with my health and my husband's health and my family's health, because I have had a close personal experience with this. So, first of all, when it comes to essential oils, you cannot ingest all of them. So just make sure you do your homework when it comes to knowing what kind of oils you can ingest. But lemon essential oil, I use the doTERRA brand. I think everybody knows or has heard by now the old adage of adding lemon to your water. People say you should add lemon to your water every morning, and we've all heard that, and there's actually truth to that. That's not an old wives' tale. That's an actual thing that's good for you. There are a lot of things in lemon, and when you add lemon to your water, that are really great for your body. It's anti-inflammatory, it alkalizes your body, so an alkaline environment doesn't allow cancer to grow. It's great for your digestive system. It helps with that peristalsis, getting things moving. It's being used in things like heartburn because it's so great for your digestive system. It's good for your metabolism. It's an antioxidant. So there's a lot of great things about it. The key thing in lemon that does all that is called D-limonene. Okay, so that's the key component. It's found in a lot of citrus fruits. Grapefruit has a lot of D-limonene, limes, oranges, that kind of thing, right? Lemon has a lot as well. So, then lemons tend to be more available. So I think it's easy for people to say drink lemon water every day. So that's where that kind of comes from. Now, the problem is the D-limonene that gives you all these great benefits is actually found in the rind of the lemon. It's not found in the juice. There's some benefits to the juice, but the actual potent D-limonene is found in the rind and the peel of the lemon. And we're not getting the rind and the peel of the lemon, right? When we're squeezing that juice into our water every day, we're not getting most of the benefits that are actually in the rind. So that's where lemon essential oil comes in, right? So it's got all these great benefits with the D-limonene. And if you're taking it in your water every day, you're not getting the full benefit of what the D-limonene offers you. And that's where essential oils come in. So they are extracting the oil from the rind and the peel, and that's where the oil is coming from, and that is where the D-limonene that has all these amazing benefits is concentrated. Okay, now, and again, this isn't just a old wives' tale or just kind of like this hippy-dippy stuff. If you go to PubMed, if you are into research and data, you can go to PubMed, which is a public domain where you can go search on pretty much anything, right? All the papers, clinical trials, all the scientific information on various ingredients and drugs and diseases. It's all there if you're into this stuff. But there are over 500 clinical papers and research papers on D-limonene, looking at D-limonene and its effect on tumors and cancer cells and all sorts of stuff, okay? So again, there's actual science behind this that D-limonene is super good for you. And actually just this morning, I saw something that was, I think it was like back in 2005, I want to say, and it was a paper looking at 40 women who had breast cancer, and they upped their amount of D-limonene that they were getting before they had their breast cancer surgery. And what they found was that it decreased their the adrenal production of estrogen in their body. So it's breaking down these excess hormones that could be potentially contributing to your cancer. So, it gets very complex and scientific, but that's a very kind of top level explanation of what that study showed. And, it's a small study, it's 40 people. So when it's something small like that, but it shows a positive benefit, oftentimes they'll recreate the study with more people. So just something to kind of keep in the back of your mind, that these are the kinds of things that are being studied and they're looking at this stuff and it's actually showing a benefit. So that's why I put lemon essential oil in my water every day. And it doesn't have to be lemon, grapefruit has this as well, orange. If you're into essential oils, you can pretty much use any of these. I find lemon to be the most refreshing. And I also give this to my kids. So, guys, I know a lot of moms out there right now are really waking up to the fact that we need to be more proactive when it comes to our health and really proactive when it comes to our kids' health, and it can feel really overwhelming with all the information out there, and there's so many things that we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be, should I eat meat? Should I not eat meat? I should be eating organic, removing toxins. I get it. Like, I have not always been where I am today on my journey. It's taken me years to get to where I am, and it can feel very overwhelming, but just start somewhere when it comes to your health and wellness. And this is a simple way to start. Just increasing how much water you're drinking every day is the number one most important thing you can do to boost your health and boost your family's health. I say get rid of everything else, okay? We went trick-or-treating last night, and somebody asked if my kids were allowed to have pop, which I found that funny, and I know maybe there's a lot of moms out there who don't think that's funny, but at 5 years old, my kids don't even know what pop is because we just don't have it in our house. And I think pop is one of the worst things that you can drink. That's just my personal opinion, but this is not going to be hard to do if you just right from the beginning don't introduce your family to other stuff. So if you've got young kids, now is your time to just set that stage and just make it a lifestyle. So in our home, it's normal to drink water. We drink water with our meals. We don't drink milk. We don't drink pop. And if we drink juice, I make fresh pressed juice for my kids at home. Otherwise, our main source of what we drink is water, okay? So a great way to just boost your family's health is just to increase how much water they're drinking. You should be drinking your body weight divided in half in ounces. So for simple math, if somebody's 100 pounds, you divide that in two, you should be drinking 50 ounces of water a day. Same goes for your kids. And this is where the essential oils come in, because some people say, I don't like the taste of water, it's boring, it's plain. Well, then add in some essential oil, or add in some lemon rind, or add in some rind from an orange or a tangerine or whatever it is, and get them drinking it that way. That is like the number one most important and beneficial thing that you can do for your health and for your family's health. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I got all the points that I was trying to make, and make sure that you guys kind of understand what is the big deal about lemon. So it's D-limonene, lots of studies on it, and, taking 1 or 2 drops in your water every day, or, 1 liter bottle of water, and kind of filling that up throughout the day is going to provide you with the biggest benefit. If this is something that interests you when it comes to essential oils, I actually have a podcast episode. I interviewed Michelle White of Hip Natural Love on the show a few weeks ago. I think it's been 2 weeks ago now. I can't remember, but if you go back, for those of you who don't know, we have a podcast, Modern Mommy Prep School. You just go to the website, modernmommyprepschool.com. You can search it there, and we did a whole episode on how to use essential oils for new and expecting moms. Lots of valuable information. I got lots of messages after that episode because people are really craving this information. So if this is new to you, go check out that episode. What else? Yeah. That's it. Oh, where to buy from. Okay, so I got people asking me where to buy from. So I'm going to leave you with this. When I started with essential oils, I had my nose in research and health books and data from the day my dad was diagnosed with brain cancer for the next 10 months. Every night, I was spending 3 to 4 hours researching, learning about all sorts of things to do with his brain tumor specifically. And I came across a lot of research that showed that Boswellia serrata, frankincense, is supposed to be very beneficial for inflammation in brain tumors. And so I was with my family in Edmonton at the time. I didn't have anybody that I bought essential oils from, and so I kind of put a call out. I had a friend of mine who hooked me up with her sister-in-law who sold Young Living. Her sister-in-law helped me out. I got myself some frankincense, and we started using it on my dad, and that was that. I feel that we had such a good experience, and not only the frankincense, but I ended up getting some other stuff too. I think I got peppermint and lavender and all these things to support him throughout his illness, and up until when he passed away. And I felt that these essential oils really did help us and our family and my dad in many ways. So I was a believer. So when I came back home after my dad passed, I'd been kind of back and forth for months and months. When I finally settled in back home, I had a friend who sold doTERRA, and I wanted her to set me up. I wanted to get more oils because now I was hooked and I saw the benefits of this and I wanted some for myself. She sold doTERRA, so she hooked me up with doTERRA. And then from there on in, I'm such a data-oriented, research-oriented person. I was constantly asking her all these deep questions that I'm sure many people don't ask. And she was just so patient with me, and she always provided me with such great information that I was loyal to doTERRA. And so now I use doTERRA and I love it. And all I will say is, a couple things to keep in mind. First of all, it's not just Young Living and doTERRA that's out there when it comes to essential oils. There's tons of essential oil companies. I don't know them all by any stretch of the imagination, but I do know that there's a lot of companies that have synthetic products, okay? So you just want to do your homework. You're a mama, be a mama bear, go do your research, talk to people, do your homework, make sure you're taking essential oils that are pure, that are not synthetic, that aren't full of crap. If you're going to be ingesting them, they definitely have to be safe to ingest. And every company and every rep, right? If you've got a rep or somebody who's selling you products, and everybody has their own values and their own experiences and their own level of knowledge, and different companies have different ways that they operate. I always say, buy your products and your services, and this isn't just oils, this is life in general, life, business, parenting. When you're taking advice from somebody, or you're purchasing a service from somebody, or you're purchasing a product from somebody, or a company, or a person, just make sure that their values are in line with yours. Like I always say, I don't take directions from someone who has never been where I'm going, right? So when it comes to parenting, I'm not taking parenting advice from somebody who's not leading the kind of life that I want to live with my kids. In business, I don't take advice or purchase services from somebody who's not up here. In health and wellness, I'm looking at who's killing it in health and wellness. That's who I'm looking at. I want to see what they're doing. So it's the same thing with your essential oils. When you choose to go with a certain company, just go with the company that aligns with your values. And if you've got somebody who's trying to sell you essential oils, or you want to look to somebody who's selling you essential oils, buy from somebody who is the epitome of what you want. And essential oils are primarily, health and wellness. Buy from people who are healthy and well and look like they've got the health and wellness game going on at their home and find out what they're doing and how they're using their oils to benefit their health and wellness. If you see somebody who's got dollar signs in their eyes when they're trying to sell you a product, run, right? If you see somebody who's trying to sign you up so that they can sign you up to sell, and that whole multi-level marketing thing that everybody is afraid of, then run. But if you find somebody who looks like they're leading a really up-leveled, high-vibe, healthy lifestyle, and they sell oils and they seem to know what they're talking about, buy from them. So that would be my recommendation, not just when it comes to essential oils, but just, like I said, anything in general, right? Don't buy services or take advice or anything from people who are not killing it in the area that you want. So that's it. I think I covered all my points. So to recap, lemon essential oil, it's an antioxidant, it's alkalizing, it improves digestion, helps with metabolism. And the other fascinating thing that I learned the other day about lemon essential oil, or about D-limonene, is that it is used to break up gallstones. Okay, interesting stuff. So there's actually research on that. So anyways, guys, I think that is it for today. Remember, the new tagline for me is mind, body, soul, motherhood. Without being good with the first three, mind, body, and soul, without being in a good, healthy, well place yourself, you can't be, you can't show up for your family in the best way. So in order to have a happy motherhood, you've got to have the mind, body, soul connection first. So this is just one of those things that you can do to do that. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, private message me, place comments down below. I'm going to sign off so I can get back to my kids this week. I hope everyone is enjoying their first week of November, and we will see you guys next Wednesday at 1 o'clock Pacific. Thanks for tuning in.